that's when we realized it was 9/11. KayandMarrie looked at me and she was like, Kayan, guess what today is? And I was like, what?
And that's how 9/11 changed our life.
And that's how 9/11 changed our life.
Yep.
Right?
Check it out, you got me mesmerized with your black hair and your fat ass style. Street poetry is my everyday, but yo, I gotta stop when you drop my weight. If I was working at the club, you would not pay.
Hey yo, my man Fife Diggy, he got something to say. I like him brown, yellow, Puerto Rican.
What's up, YouTube? It's KayandMarrieENT, and
today we're coming at you with the story time.
We got a story time. As you can tell by the title, we're going to talk about how 9/11 changed our lives, my life. Right now we're coming at y'all outside. We're giving y'all some natural vibes real quick.
It feels so good out here in Georgia.
Meditation weather, you know. If y'all are new, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if y'all like this video. Comment down below y'all favorite part or any other story time y'all would like to see us do.
This video in memory of, well, in memorial, I guess, of September 11 coming up, we wanted to talk about how September 11
changed, affected us. Yeah, it definitely affected us. We're going to get to this story right now.
Alright, let's go.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright.
As ready as I'm going to be.
Well, how could I put this? The September 11th date that affected us. It was September 11th, 2013. It was a day that I will never forget. I already never forgot that day because, as a lot of you guys know, it's a memorial here in the States when the Twin Towers was crashed into. A few years later, it had a different effect on me. Like I said, a day I will never forget. That day, I believe it was a Tuesday or a Thursday.
It was like a Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday. I know me and Marrie been rocking together for 10 years, so she was around. At the time, I was working at this cleaning job. I was cleaning up like retail stores and stuff like that. And a little side job. Marrie was working at coincidentally, the retail store I used to clean up at. Two different companies, but we kind of worked together. So we had to always get up pretty early, about maybe 6:45, 6:50, so we can be at work around 7:30. So we have not gotten up yet. We was woken up by a phone call from one of my younger sisters, the middle, one of us three. She called us. It was very frantic and it was very scary. I don't even remember the exact words. She just called me real frantic and she was like, Mom's going to the hospital. That's what it was. Mom was going to the hospital. I was like, you know, what's going on? When I got that phone call of Mama was going to the hospital, I immediately just knew it was something a little bit more crucial. So I started getting up and I was told KayandMarrie what the phone call was about. She immediately gets kind of worked up too. We waited a while, a little bit, and I think I called my dad. I told him what I heard. I think they were trying to contact him and all this stuff like that. He was like, just wait patiently, and I don't know how the hell you wait patiently about your mom going to the hospital. You don't know what's going on. Your sister's frantic. My youngest sister, she was like 13. She was like tripping and and all this stuff like that. My dad over the phone, he was like, just wait until I figure out and then I'll call you back. Real quick. I got the phone call, whatever like that, but all because, like I said in the beginning, Mom was like, she was a big trooper and she didn't show no pain, and she, if she was gonna pull a stunt like this, back then we wasn't doing YouTube and all this stuff, so it wasn't no prank and all this. She wasn't gonna like just scare us like that. It was gonna be what it is, It wasn't gonna be like, oh, you better not, you scared us. No, it wasn't like, if it's gonna do all this, is she gonna go out with a bang? She was just had a hospital visit when we was down there, matter of fact. And she wasn't just doing so good, and her boyfriend was like telling her to go to the hospital, like go get seen and see what's wrong, whatever like that. And mind you, my mom was not in the best health shape, or she was not the healthiest person. And I mean, she ate what tastes good, what we assume tastes good, you know what I'm saying? So that had played a big effect on her too. Mind you, my mom has been getting like real sick prior to that date. And when we went down there, me and Marrie went down there to my sister's graduation, the one that called me. This was about
2010.
Right, so that was about maybe 3 years ago prior to that date that we was down there visiting all of them, my mom and all of them and stuff like that in Florida. And my mom was just, I started to actually physically see how much pain, because my mom was one of those people who was she never really expressed her pain, never really cried, always kind of stampede through everything and made away. So I realized like just how much pain she was in and all this stuff like that. So then so this is probably gonna go a little bit everywhere, but so when he called me back, he told me my mom was dead. And that wasn't his exact words, but he said she's not here no more. And it was like I already knew. Like immediately I just automatically knew. I didn't cry immediately, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to think. I just didn't know, you know what I'm saying? And at times it still feel like that, you know. I then got phone calls from my sister, and she was just calling, confirming, and everybody just didn't know. And when I mean not knowing that she's dead, but didn't know what to do next. Like, and she just, like, she did so much. And when a person does so much, when they leave, or even if they go on like for a trip, like, you know, mom was like the ringleader of the house, and she just went on a trip for long days or something like that. That didn't happen to us, but I'm just saying, like, it's immediately like a sunken miss. And mind you, I haven't seen my mama prior to that date about 3 or 4 years, like I said, since my sister's graduation. It really like wasn't registering, like, and I was every day, I was going day by day thinking that she was just a phone call. thinking that, just thinking that it wasn't true, thinking that this just didn't happen, you know. And it just took a big toll on me. And mind you, I have 2 younger sisters, so I'm the oldest. So that means that I had to wipe away these tears, like I'm trying to do now, and step up.
And you did.
But yeah, I had to step up to let them know, you know, that it is okay that she's not here, and that we will still be able to live, you know, just because she's not here with us, you know. And I always tell them that Mom just made the ultimate sacrifice. She just made the biggest sacrifice. She gave her life and was able to allow it to be restored and renewed, and also to be around all of us at one time. You know, when she was here in the physical, you can't be like right now. Like, my sisters are in Florida, and my being in the physical, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? And I know they can't look past that, but I feel what she did, she made the ultimate sacrifice for us. So I hope y'all, if you watching this, Tierra and Aaliyah, y'all realize that she wasn't taken because she was bad, or even because she was unhealthy. She was just now given this opportunity, this big opportunity. Remember, this is a big opportunity. This is
huge.
This is like beyond winning an award, winning the lottery. You getting your life restored, renewed, another chance, and also to be able to be with everybody at one. There's so many signs that lead me and remind me of my mom. My mama, like I tell people too, she
make herself known.
Yeah, she makes an entrance.
She in the room.
She is not like, she is basically, out of KayandMarrie, she will be the Marrie. She is very like, and my mom always had told me to go above and beyond and be the best that you can do. But,
and you think you're doing that?
Yeah, I strive to do that every day.
When I tell y'all that, I don't know if it was, I don't think it was immediately after, because the first year, I didn't think, well, I would say like the first few months, all the way up until like January, like when your birthday, because it happened in September. By January, by her birthday, we was finally able to kind of start seeing what good days look like again. Yeah. But it was still like always raining, always raining, always raining, always raining. Sun never shining, sun never shining. And around January, like the sun started to peak a little bit, and it started to snow.
Yo, like I was saying, I started realizing what she left for. Whatever I thought I was before, like I said, whatever I thought I was, I'm not that today. I have made peace with this whole situation, and it does not haunt me, but it does come up,
linger.
Every
it's gonna
every
always
day.
be there.
Yeah,
it's gonna always be there, and that's okay.
And it keeps me motivated, you know. Like I said in the beginning, my mama died on 9/11, and we didn't even know. We were so frantic about her dying. Like I said, y'all know my wife, and y'all know how she did. And so we're sitting there. She immediately like, let's go.
I was packing bags. We had a ML320 that clank every time you accelerate, and she wanted to take that. Oh, and we had a Honda. We had a little black. We had the Honda. We would have made it.
She was trying.
But we wasn't thinking
right
rational.
Up there. She was trying to.
We didn't have no gas money. We hadn't even got the payday yet. It was Tuesday. It was a Tuesday.
We was working retail in a cleaning job.
So we was living check to check.
Living check to check. And I mean, and we went to her mom's house
to get gas money, to get ready to go.
Money, yeah, because we was gonna drop Coco off at grandma's, at her grandma's house. We was gonna drop Coco off.
And my mama said, "Just come here, just
mama
come here."
Mama said, "Come here." We was on our way to Fayetteville, and was on our way to her mom's house, and we got there. And I think I was talking to my grandma. My grandma was at the hospital still with my mom, and I think that's when I don't know if she was still alive then or what. I believe she died at the house. When we got to her mom's house, that's when we realized it was 9/11. KayNMarrie looked at me and she was like, "Kayan, guess what today is?" And I was like, "What?" Because I didn't care what today was. My mama just died. But she said, "It's 9/11. And we just kind of looked at each other. This one right here, she was seeing 9/11 before we went to my sister in 2010 graduation. 2000.
It was right after that. It was a little bit after that.
I thought you were seeing it before. Because we was, yeah. It
was like 2 years prior. I saw it for 2 years.
Okay.
Before it happened.
Yeah, she's seeing 9/11 on clocks. Everywhere she went. And you know 9/11 on the clock, it happens twice, in the morning and the night. She would sometimes see it both times. And
it was to a point where I bought it to the people that I first started to see it on my own. And I was like, you know, why am I keep seeing 911? And of course, since I'm seeing it, I'm relating it to myself. Like maybe I might have a car wreck, maybe something gonna happen to my mom, something gonna happen to, you know, my brother. You know, I kept seeing 911. I'm like, what the hell is 9/11? So I brought it to my mom's attention, and I brought it to Kayan's attention. And this was 2 years prior. And I told my mom, I was like, "Mom, in September 11th was coming up, and you know the trade center and stuff like that." I said, "Mom, I don't know why, but is it maybe a terrorist attack gonna come or something like that? I keep seeing 9/11." That's what she kept saying,
and she brought it to my attention, and I was like, I didn't really think nothing of it because I'm like, okay, that's common. But she said she was seeing it constantly,
all the time, like a reminder, like if I didn't, and to the point where I was like, maybe I'm forcing myself to see it. But then as soon as I stopped thinking about it, I would see it again, and I tell her we would see it on the back of car tags, we would see it on the clock, we would see it. Everywhere. And I told my mom, like when I'm ringing people out at my job, I would see 9/11.
And then I started seeing it, y'all. I started seeing it prior a little bit, and I'm like, babe, I'm seeing it too.
Yes.
But now, y'all,
it makes so much sense. I told my mom, and on that day, that's why on that day we were sitting there at the table with my mom. It was me, my mom, and Kayan. And my mom was, she was like, "What's today's date?" I said September 11th. And I looked at Kayan, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, 9/11. Are you kidding me?" 2 years went by and September 11th passed, and I was anticipating like something's gonna happen. And when nothing happened on that second year, I stopped thinking about it. I'm like, okay, well, you know.
Didn't I tell y'all that my mom would go out with a bang? She's like, if I remember, my mom was, I don't even think my mom was made 5 foot, to be honest with you. She was real short. She was kind of wide.
She had long, pretty
hair,
curly
not like mine. But she had long hair. She just always had to make herself known. And I was like, 9/11, like, she's just gonna take over the whole damn day.
And that's how 9/11 changed our life.
And that's how 9/11 changed our life.
Yep.
Right there.
So along with the World Trade Center and the terrorist attack,
that also with my mom,
this is what it means more than anything to us. This is the day that, you know, and now we're able, what is it? 4 years later,
we're going on her memorial today, and just celebrate it, like, you know what I'm saying, celebrate her new life and talk about it and embrace it, and even cry if I want to, because it's okay to cry, you know, but because tears are good, and tears have a purpose too, but it definitely, like I said, I'm about to tell y'all about what I was going to tell them about how she died real quick. I'm gonna just give y'all a little glimpse or whatever like that. But it was, like I said, early in the morning.
And how she passed away led to how you were reborn.
Right, that is true. So she that night, she's always, like I said, her and my little sister was real tight. And I don't know if it was more my little sister being up her ass, or they was just real cool. But anyway, they was real tight. And my mama used to always, like, at 13, lay in the room with my little sister till she falls asleep. That's crazy too, because on my end, she had called my phone or something that night before. Marie's like, hey, Kayana, your mom's calling. And I was like, I'll call her tomorrow.
Yup.
Remember that?
I remember.
I said, I'll call her tomorrow.
Yup. And matter of fact, was it the day before or a few days before?
It was the day before.
A few days before, we finally, like, back then, it seemed like so long ago, but it was only like literally 4 years ago. But social media was not as popular as it is. She had a Facebook, but they didn't have like Google and
Facebook.
Yeah, she had a Facebook. Look for her description, her Facebook link in the description box down below.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as popular. But we remember we finally got her on this app called Boxer.
He was like little walkie-talkie and stuff like that, and she was boxing me back, so I know.
Yeah.
Mama.
She loved YouTube videos.
Yeah, she
ain't got, but you know, she was watching YouTube.
Mama, you watching KayandMarrieENT?
She would love it. Yeah, she would love it. Yeah.
But yeah, y'all. So
we had it for days.
But she was in her room. They said she was sitting in her chair or whatever like that, and she dozed off, about to get my little youngest sister up from school. And no, she went to get her up or whatever like that, and it was time or something like that. So she dozed off in her chair, and that's where they found her in her little chair with her feet didn't touch the bottom because she was so small. But she was sitting in that little chair. She used to doze off. My mom was so there was a lot of little stuff going on at the time. A lot of family issues and stuff that we still kind of dealing with, but it is okay. Mama died, y'all, a month and a day after her birthday. Her birthday is August 10th. She died 99. And yeah, so y'all, like I said, it's not looked at bad, and you know, we good. We're trying to smile. We are smiling
and trying to create happiness. You have changed so much since then. I'm real proud of you. You done
became a good leader.
You're a great leader. You have, more than anything, you have led me to a better, healthy lifestyle. I have lost so much weight, and I feel so good.
Baby done transformed too, y'all.
Yeah.
So,
but it's
yeah, I hope
you have helped me so much, and you show me that no matter how many bad days I have, that
they will always be more good.
Oh my God. Always, especially if I'm with you.
We can't do it all that. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know we took it down a notch as far as the energy, but we still lit. We still the littest most couple in town. So I hope y'all hitting this like button. Y'all sharing this over here, over there, on Facebook, Twitter,
maybe
Instagram.
This can help you get through what you need to get through.
Yeah.
I know I'll be able to look back on this one day and it'll help me. And
because this changed her life too. Even though her mom is still here. Shout outs to Mama. She has helped us through a lot. But it has definitely changed Marie's life, girl. Y'all just don't know.
I have never. I've experienced death in my own family, like my grandpa, but it was not like it was not somebody that I knew as closely as I knew.
And plus, we didn't even tell them. How many times did you meet my mom?
Once.
Out of 10 years, y'all.
The last time that Kayana saw her mom was the first and the last time that I ever saw her.
But y'all, I hope y'all like this video.
Spam the like button.
Yeah.
Spam the comment section.
It's a touchy subject, but I don't, like I said, me talking about it, and I've been I've been waiting to do this video for the longest, because me talking about it helps. So I enjoy talking about mama. So if y'all want to hear more stories about mama,
we talk about mama all the time.
Y'all want to hear some of my story times when I was little?
Yes.
I know y'all down below.
We might just have to do that.
Y'all want to hear about my mama? I know some. Get your ass up.
Thanks for watching, you guys. Make sure you smash that like button,
comment, and subscribe.
And make sure that notification bell is great. Gang, gang, gang.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.